I'm back with another Airsoft review video today. I am doing the Elite Force H8R. Now I do have 3 of them. I am not sponsored by Elite Force. The reason why I have 3 of them is I bought these as like a dual wield 2 of them. And I got this one used. And I have no reason to have 3 black ones, so I've had this one get a custom paint to it. And I kind of like the design. Purple's a little different. Purple's not exactly the color I'd usually go for, but I quite like the design this one has now. And then these are my 2 dual wields. These all double action, so you don't have to cock the hammer every time. But it does have a cool little, it is just kind of cool to do. But yeah, these are really cool. They do have kind of like a, I like to call these like an Oreo. They're like an Oreo shaped magazine. They kind of give me that Destiny vibe to them, being they're just a little disc. You move this right here, pop your disc out, stick the next one in, put that down, and it's ready to go. It does take a little longer than reloading magazines, obviously, but it is a lot quicker than the shell loading revolvers on the market, and it holds a lot more rounds. You have 10 shots instead of 6 with these. These little discs, they can be easy to lose though. I usually just stick these in a pocket, or what I have is this little pouch. This is a revolver pouch that you can just find these online. I put these in here. I don't know if I fully trust the discs to stay in there though. These are just more of kind of how I store them. I usually, when I run these, I'll put these in a Velcro pouch. So on the, I have like tactical pants that I run. On the left leg pouch, I put these discs in there that has full ammo capacity. And when they're empty, I'll stick them in the right leg pouch. That way I know right leg has empty mags, left leg has full discs that are ready to go. These are actually really affordable, and these actually perform really good for the price they're at. These are actually really good, and I use these quite often. These are kind of my go-to during the winter because gas blowbacks don't function very well in the cold, but CO2 has no trouble whatsoever. So during the summertime, I will use gas blowbacks. During the winter, I use these instead. These are my winter pistols, if you will. One downside these do have is they don't have any upgrade potential unless you really like want to upgrade it. Then you kind of have to figure something out yourself because you don't have upgrade parts. They did not build these with the intention to upgrade them. I've seen people upgrade them, but it's a very custom job. It's not something you can just buy parts for and just usually do yourself. You gotta know how to tech stuff pretty good to do it. The buckings, you can't buy buckings for these because they don't take a typical CO2 bucking. They take their own custom designed bucking, which is stupid. I don't know why Elite Force did that. They did a custom bucking for some reason, and that's just, I think it's dumb. I think they should have just went with a typical gas blowback bucking, but they didn't. Your hop up is this little tiny hole right here, and it will come with a little Allen wrench that you stick in there. Now for your Allen wrench that comes with this, I usually put it in one of these gun cases underneath the foam, so that way you won't lose it. Just lift the foam up, stick it in there, and it won't go anywhere. It does come with 4 of these spare discs, and then the one that's inside of the handle. So you have 5 total. And then you can go and buy more of these as well. You can buy additional discs. I'll go ahead and link these down below as well. For a holster, I just use like a universal revolver holster. That's what I use. I think there was a actual one specifically for the handle. I'm not entirely sure. If I can find it, I'll link that down below as well. But all that's in the box is the revolver, 4 extra discs, and the elements. You will need a box of CO2 for this as well. To access the CO2 placement, there's a spot for your thumb right here. Just pry it open. CO2 goes in the grip. And it has a little tool on the side. So you can unscrew and screw in the CO2. Just like that. Really simple. Yep. Easy, simple process. Not too difficult. It's all polymer. It doesn't weigh a lot. It is definitely a big sidearm. It fits good in my hand, especially with these thick gloves on. So it's definitely on the bigger side, but it's a revolver. That's usually how revolvers are. These things are cool. They're a lot of fun. I like these a lot. I run .25s in these. That's what I run. I don't think I'd really bother going up any higher than that. .25s run just fine in these, and these are more of a... I'd say this is more of like a starter sidearm. It's just something you start out with. But they are reliable. I use these in the cold weather. Aside from gas blowbacks, they just have too many issues during the cold weather. So these are just usually what I run. 8.25s, 245, 245, 261, 244, 239, 242. Yeah, these are fun. They're cool. I got a load of gameplay footage on these. Overall, performance-wise, no issues. I haven't run into any problems with these, except for the bucking has worn out on one of them, and I can't replace it. I've actually called the manufacturers to get a replacement part, and they would not send me one. Which I don't really understand why, because they said that they have tons of these dismantled in pieces in a warehouse. They have tons and tons of handles that's just been like returned, or they've had issues, and people just return them or send them back, and they got another one. But they won't send me the bucking, because you can't buy it, and for some reason they won't just send you the parts, even though they have tons of these in a warehouse just sitting around, not being used. But, oh well. So yeah, fair warning about that. Once the bucking's worn out, it's kind of just done. Someone fixed that issue. They took a gas blowback bucking and they've cut the top and seated it in there. Because the way these buckings are, it's just the top half. It's not in completely full bucking. It's like a top half pulsing. I don't know how practical that is. So I just use this till it wears out and then just buy something better. Because the H8R's cool, but it's not the best thing on the market. So once it wears out, just upgrade from there and get a different CO2 pistol if you're running something in the winter. Or get a gas blowback. HPA is usually a good option as well. I don't think those have too many issues in the winter. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't bothered to try HPA in the winter. Anything air pressure wise usually doesn't hold up too well in the winter. At least green gas. Green gas sucks in the winter time. You're going to have a lot of issues with green gas in the cold weather. CO2, not going to have any issues with that. And these are great. I like these. The cylinder does not move. It does not come out. So this part doesn't move at all. And this is held in. I put this down. You can see this pin in here is what holds the disc in place. You can put a flashlight on these, a red dot. You have a couple customization, different options here and there with it. There is a couple different colors. There's the black one. There's a red one, a white one, and I believe there's a American flag H8R floating around as well. It usually goes out on 4th of July on Evic's site, but I think I'm pretty sure it's out of stock. Most of those custom colors, they get sold out and they don't really come back in stock. So these are about the only color options you can really get is the black ones. Because all the other colors are like specialty custom things. But you can go and just make your own. Kind of like what I've done here. I've had my own painted and kind of done. Anyways, this is my review for this revolver. Go ahead and check it out. I'll put it in the description down below. I got a couple videos that I've used it in. I've had no performance problems with this. It works great. It holds up like a charm. Really has no issues. Especially for the price point it's at. I definitely recommend picking one of these up. It's affordable. It's going to perform just fine, especially for sidearm. It does take a little bit of time to reload them. So that is a little bit of a drawback to having a revolver, but that's kind of to be expected. If you want to fix the reload issue, just buy 2 of them. Problem solved. You need extras? Buy a third one like I did. Why? I don't know. I have 3 of them. I don't need 3. I have 3. I mean, that shows you how much I like them. I like them so much. I have 3 of these stinking things. Why? I don't know. I just do. I gotta dual wield them and have a custom one. I dual wield these with a trench coat. I think that's even better. Just add a bit of extra flair to it. Gunsling with a trench coat, dual revolvers. Anyways, click the like button, click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.